Okay.
Yes, I understand.
Let's see. Will it start? Redirect to YouTube. So I think we've just started broadcasting live.
We're live. Is it live? You know, is it public?
It is live and it is public.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Fantastic. All right, so I can close this and open this back up, and let's see. Now what am I doing? Done. Ah, there you are. There we are. Okay, excellent. Well, it is, believe it or not, after years of promising to do this, it's been a while. And it's been a while. I don't know exactly when you ran our last session.
About a year.
About a year. So that seems about right. I'm here to do Francois or Brice Cour's solo session. And I should change my name to something more dramatic. Let's see. What should my name be?
I don't know. Philippe's big brother wants to break Brister's face. Well, I'm very delighted to be there tonight.
Just desserts. Just desserts for just what he deserves.
Oh, yeah. I'm a charming person, you know. I'm forgivable.
Exactly. Except you have a bad reputation. So not everybody's forgiven.
In the Louvre only, okay. There's other places where I can meet lots of people.
But remind us again, why do you have that bad reputation?
Well, I ran naked in the Louvre.
That's
just routine. Because usually I walk naked, but this time I was running because guards caught me. But you know, it was on invitation, and you know, this is another story.
It is another story. It is another story. And I should just to be polite, let our other musketeers know that we are live.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Because my reputation score and all of that thing is not on the sheet I've printed. So I have a bad reputation, you say? Or just what?
You have a bad reputation.
Yeah. It's not written on my sheet. I think we just kind of agree that it was that, but I think I had talking about numbers, I had a -2 into
yeah, I think it's some social issues.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so the other caveat is that we haven't read the rules in a long time, so we're probably going to be doing some rules lookups here, but that'll be fine. We love this game. So it is 1637. It is the winter. It is only about a week or two since the events with the cardinal, which Briscoe always seemed to just show up at the end for. You know, because it usually probably was about a woman, but he was always just a little late.
I was busy, you know.
Yeah, it was busy.
Yeah.
It was busy. But the other musketeers have been called away to some guard the king mission, something like that. But you've been left behind to do some more routine guard duty. But tonight, because it is night, you are at the Coq-Santé.
Of course.
Of course. You do not have duty tomorrow. It's a cause for celebration. And you have been there for quite some time already. So what would you be doing right now?
Carousing, of course. I'm not in duty, so I don't wearing my kazakh. I'm just wearing my fine garments. The one I was able to put down to find myself, since Alain is not a very fashion specialist, I like Eugene was, and but nevertheless I look good and I look quite happy. Things are looking fine in Paris apparently. Well, okay, I know that I know in myself that there's some sort of a vampire that is messing with us, and we don't know what will be our next move. Also, what else? Well, I think it was one of our main Julien Lebeau. even with through that happiness, I take a sip of my fine wine, thinking about him, and I don't want to think about him right now that much because I don't want to break the mood. I just need to think about him to have some feel of a revenge. Yeah. But nevertheless, I'm caressing. Probably there's a lovely lady who's talking to me, and I'm not listening to her because I'm in my head.
And in fact, she is. Sophie is talking to you. And Briscoe, will you go to my house tonight?
To your house? Well, I kind of like her, Sophia. Yeah. The last time it was with Emily. Sophia left her behind. Yeah, Sophia. Which one of them it was? I guess probably you've listened to the one I made. It probably I've named her, but Sophia is the one with the niece of the kind of nobleman. Oh, that's where I had a party last time. Yeah. Is it?
And yeah. And so she looks at you, those are, well, the one you went home with last time was Annette. And she does not look happy.
Oh, I'll follow. You have a nice mansion, so why not get out of here? We had enough of pipe smokes and alcohol, and then go somewhere nice where perfume fills the air.
Okay. Boom. The door of the Coq Santé bursts open. And an older gentleman runs in. And the word gentleman is charitable. His clothes are dirty, his clothes are unkempt. You recognize him. He's an older drunk man, you would say, that hangs around the Coq Santé. Sometimes at the Risen Lamb.
Is it Jacques?
Usually. It is not Jacques.
It's not Jacques, okay. He's just one of the patron that I know.
Well, yeah. Simon. That's it. His name is Simon.
Oh, Simon.
And he runs in, and he, at the top of his lungs, says, "Quick, I need help. There is a monster in the Seine. There's a monster in the river. It's horrible."
A monster in the river. I know that my friends are out. I know that monsters are my ideal. I didn't brought my sword.
Already people are laughing at him. Oh,
okay, I just try to see if he's just not, having hallucination because maybe he has taken too much alcohol.
Maybe.
It's empathy. If I average empathy, I have 5 in empathy, so I already 2, and I will roll 1 dice to see if average will be enough. Okay, so the result for my only dice is 0.
A 0.
So I have a 0, so I'm just averaging while drinking.
You can't tell for sure. He seems earnest. He doesn't seem like he's that drunk. But he comes up to you and say, "Monsieur, Alphonse, Monsieur Rouault, I know." And he gets his voice quieter. "I know that you deal with and fight monsters. Jacques has told me." And at the word Jacques,
yeah,
the fragrance of alcohol and rotten teeth and cheap brandy assaults you.
Yeah, I turn over to Sophia, say, even if I'm not with duty, I still serve France, and I think there's something I need to check out, probably to report to my colleagues, musketeers, to Mr. Trevi, and after I will go to the mansion, Sophia.
Be safe. Be safe, Alphonse. What will you bring? You have no sword. You have no...
Doesn't need a sword. It will be all his. I'm sure it's something very, maybe some drunken man just to put straight up. All right. So we'll see you together. We'll see you then, a little later. So yeah. So I do pay my tab. I pay Sophia's tab. Do I have enough money? Let's say I have. Whatever.
Oh, by the way, you have 3 style. Speaking of money, start the game with 3 style.
Style points. So I have to. Okay.
Although I don't recommend using them to pay your tab. It probably would work, but you have no style.
No. Okay, so I have 3 styles. Yeah, I will count them with the So I have something to count them. So you're right. So the 3 styles are coming through me. You know, the sense of duty has risen up. So I do follow the man. Well, show me, Simon, and be quick. I have an appointment.
Okay, good. You come with me. And he's zipping around. He's got his little cane, a little stick, and he's hobbling down towards the river. And he keeps on driving. It's horrible. It's the worst thing I ever saw. You come with me. I can't believe this is terrible. And so finally, he leads you down to the river, and it's cold. It's not cold. It's not freezing. It's the river isn't frozen, but there's definitely some spots of ice in it. And the streets are their usual condition, dirty, but because it's cold, it doesn't smell so bad.
Yeah. So I have a little fur coat, well, not necessarily fur, but I have some sort of it coat,
Oh yes. How are you dressed?
Yeah, well, I'm not, I have a surcoat, very, very, well, it's a dark surcoat, but I've put some colored feathers on it because, it looks nicer. And I have some, some things for the shoulder, which is a little out of style in that time period, but I feel that it will become quite a trend in a century or two.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as people see you wearing it.
Yeah.
So you get down to the river. He's pointing. Oh, it's still there. It's still there. Oh, and he just can't look. And he grabs you. Oh, please.
Yeah, well, okay. Can you describe me a little bit? You just see it's terrible, but terrible things can be in many forms. It can be just someone saying something nasty to you. So what is terrible?
Is it look? And he points and he turns away, just kind of not looking where he's pointing.
Okay. It's dark.
It's dark.
I might have brought some sort of a lantern because I already knew that I was coming back while the sun will be out. So I draw my lantern, trying to look around. What is it?
It was just a shape when he was pointing at it.
Shape.
But now that you can see it, now you shine the light on it.
Yeah.
It truly is horrid. It looks like a body, but much bigger than a human body, maybe 2 or 3 times the size of a human body. And there are arms, but there are also things that are just misshapen, sticking out of it. And it doesn't have a very nice form. It's not very symmetrical. But on the top, there is a head. The worst part is there is a head. And there is a face that is just grotesque, twisted in agony. And the most amazing thing is, even though it's twisted in agony, and it looks just like Julien Lebeau, except on one side, the mouth is stretched, and in the water, the corpse starts to roll, and the stench is unbelievably bad as well. The corpse starts to roll, and the mouth continues, and you can see there's another face.
Uh-huh.
And
Good leave.
It is a very very close reference look or facsimile of Godelieve Lussier, but once again, just in terrible agony. And you can see now. You see marks on the neck of this thing, and you can see there's actually a rope around the neck.
Is it dead?
Is it dead? It sure looks dead, but perhaps you should make a. How would you figure out if it's dead? Medicine,
but I'm not very good at that. I have a base of 2, but since I'm not versed into that, I think I have a -2 doing that, so I have 0.
Yeah.
So I just guessing out. Is there anyone else than Simon around?
Well, that's a good question. Why don't you make a perception?
I'm looking around. So let's make a perception. Is it called perception?
It is. It is actually. It's intelligence plus willpower, I believe, is perception.
Yeah, I just don't see it on my sheet. Oh. Okay, yeah, right. I have 4. Yeah, I'll be gambler on it. You know, I don't take the average. So I'm putting 4 dice into my Alexandre Dumas 3 Musketeers box. I'll roll them again just to be sure.
I forgot about that box. That is awesome.
Alexandre Dumas is guiding me with a 4
Whoa!
success.
Whoa! Well, that is fantastic.
Thanks,
All
Mr.
right.
Dumas. I'll continue
That
to
is-
read your books.
That is fantastic. In fact,
Let's hope.
you can see, moving your lantern around, you can see easily that they're on one side, kind of back in an alley near the docks. There looks like 6 figures, 6 men.
6 men.
But much further away, you know, down the dock,
Yeah.
you see a figure of a woman, and it looks. That is, what kind of success is that? Let's figure out what kind of success this is.
Well, it depends on the difficulty.
Yeah, well, I know what the difficulty was, so it is a complete success.
Complete success. So
Because I wrote this down. It's a plus. Yes, you are very aware. And the night keeps on getting more and more curious. Maybe it's the alcohol you drink. But the woman looks just like Francine. Not Josephine,
Well,
but Francine Arsenault.
Yeah, it was Josephine was the one who died, right?
No, Josephine. It was Henri's wife.
So
Francine.
Francine
Last time
is
you
the
saw
one
her-
who was pregnant, and just because in Briscar's head is clear, it's just Francois' head. so
Right.
Francine is the one who were pregnant, and then we found her dead corpse. But what did we do with her corpse? Nothing. No one did something.
Let's see. Try to remember. I suppose this would be a test of intelligence.
We
was
were
it?
in the basement of that mansion where we had that party, and I saw her body, and I was just running after Julien. I think I was too much enraged that I just forgot about Francine. But just out of it, did we have some sort of did she had some sort of a ritual, a kind of a masses for her funerals? Did we attend to? I probably would have attended to that.
As a matter of fact, yes, just taking the average on your intelligence to remember. Yes, you remember that between you, it was actually a very tense affair between Henri not liking the Musketeers very much and blaming you for her death. There was a proper mass. She had a proper burial in a good cemetery.
Yeah.
But all this is happening in a split second.
Okay. First thing first, I'll check. The corpse is over the river.
It's in the river, yeah.
So is it hang at Pont-Neuf?
It's in the river. It's got a rope around its neck, but you can see actually it's in the river.
It's in the water. It's not hanging on something. Okay. So
maybe the rope is tied. Maybe the rope is tangled on something because it doesn't appear to be attached to anything.
Okay. So I go over and I say to Simon, "It's okay. It's an old friend of mine. It's just probably has drank some of the Seine water. We don't have to drink the water here. Lots of bacteria.
Are you trying to
new word in the science? Yeah.
Are you trying to con him?
Yeah, absolutely. and I'll take the average on him. So I have 4 average, and I'll see if I get my fifth average. So, it just fell down. So I have 5 average.
And he's looking at him, and he's clearly very, very intelligent. You're drinking the water of the sun will do that. Oh, I will never drink it again.
Oh, you have to boil it. before drinking it. That's what the science men are saying. You remember the Black Plague begins like that. But nevertheless, I'm very healthy, so I will take care of the body and I won't infect anyone. Don't worry. Go back and drink something, and I throw him a Louis.
Oh, yes, I will do that. I will leave it once. Oh, it's horrible.
So,
and he goes scuttering off, and I mean, with his cane, he's scuttering off as fast as he can, which is not very fast.
Okay, I go slowly towards the body, looking over my shoulder with the 6 mans, and I'm not looking if Francine is still there, looking at what is going on.
Looking back up, you can see now a figure farther away. It's probably her, but you can't make out her features any longer.
So, okay, I'll have to deal with the strangest thing we see, and the 6 other mans are they kind of, what are they doing? Are they chattering between themselves, and they're just out of the scene, or?
Now that Simon has taken off, they're actually starting to advance toward you slowly.
Okay, so they're not that far.
You're not that far now.
And I'm just over some water. So I'm looking down at the corpse. I'm looking down at the guys. I just, get up there and, face them with my lantern. Have you saw something special that night? The poor man brought me here.
And one of them takes out what looks like charitably could be called a club. It's a stick, maybe it's a leg of a chair. now that I think of it, yeah. And he's starting to wrap it in his hand, tap it in his hand in a threatening manner. I said, "Yeah, I seen something special tonight. Oh, you look like you might have some money there, sir. Maybe you should hand it over."
Some money? I just gave my last Louis to the poor man that got out. So I'm just someone with some feathers. Do you want some of them? You would look nicer with them. And they smell good.
You trying to insult me there, you fop? Look at this dandy.
I'm not insulting you. I'm just trying to upgrade your happiness. Votre joie de vivre.
And he looks a little bit befuddled for a second. He's a little confused. Give us the money. And he motions to the other men as they start to advance toward the festival.
Okay. You know what? I'm alone in Paris with no money and no weapon because I don't need them. You really want to try me out? And I'm trying to intimidate them.
I know you are.
I'm rolling 7 dice and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I put 2 style points on them.
Oh.
So okay. I'm spending 2 style points. So I'm rolling 9 dices to these feeble-minded guys because I want to impress them with my famous roll.
Okay.
I just roll. I'm not looking at them. Oh yeah. So I'm doing a 5 intimidation.
It's a 5. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see. I'm gonna roll for these guys too as well because. Okay. And let's see about this one though. Okay, all of them. The men that are following clearly who is the leader are looking nervous all of a sudden, and the leader like,
"Don't you know me? I don't have money because I'm a musketeer, first of all."
A musketeer, and the guy was, "Look, a musketeer. Nobody has
and
said
if you
about
attack me, if you attack me, you're attacking the king, and the king does have the finest soldiers of all France, even better than the Cardinal's Guard. So that's what I am. So you're not impressing me. Go away."
And one of the men looks at the clear leaders out there. It's not worth it. Not worth it. And they all five of the men start to back off. And Albert, who looks like he is a lot more bravado than his followers, is looking around, watching them.
I do
disappear.
take 2 steps towards him with the lantern in front of me, and I keep my eyes open because I'm overconfident. That guy, he won't hit me. So I'm going towards him, and I'm going to put my hand on one of his shoulder.
He looks at you. This isn't over, Musketeer. And he drops the chair leg and runs.
A chair leg. What is a weapon of, of novice? And I throw it in the water. Someone who's hit by a chair leg is someone really not fit to battle, whatever. So
hey.
So
Well, that's correct. I can't imagine anybody not even fit to wear the Musketeer's tabard. Not even fit.
Probably. Well, I wasn't there when you were hit by a chair. I was a victim. I was abducted by a Wendigo, so I didn't know that Philip was.
Yeah.
If I ever knew,
correct,
I would be more polite.
Exactly. So they've all taken off, and
for the king.
The figure, the female figure has disappeared in the meantime. But this corpse is still in the Seine, sort of rolling around. Looks like it's caught on something.
Okay, I'll try to follow the rope, whatever, pulling it off. I'm putting my gloves and trying to pull on the rope. And I put my lantern on the ground, not near me, but enough to see the face of the monster, just in case it moves or breathes, So while I'm pulling the rope, I'm looking at the monster at the same time.
Okay, you're pulling it up. It's not as heavy as it looks. It's about as heavy as a person. And it just seems bloated and it's just horrific. It looks like it was wearing clothes for a man. But it's got that horrible double face on its head. And as you're pulling it up, you can see the rope is attached around the neck. And as you're getting it very close to the end, it seems as though the weight of the corpse is causing the rope to slice right through the neck, which shouldn't happen. And the head finally pops off, and there's no blood or no what would look like flesh. It's almost like black gunk starts, pouring out of the body, and the head and the rest of the body fall back into the Seine and begin to float away.
So I have is all the body? Do I have the head with me?
Well, did you try to catch the head?
I'll try to catch the head. I've been transporting corpses 2 weeks ago, that were more horrible and sort of the remain of a demon that was undescriptible. So I'm okay.
That's true.
With Alain.
Let's see. What will we use?
Probably athletics, maybe.
Yeah.
I roll my average. Well, I'm that. I will roll.
What kind of athletics score do you have?
4. So
2.
The average.
Okay, you're able to grab it by the hair.
And I pull it on. Why Martin is not there when I find something interesting? I am the one with the least boring life here. So I remove my coat and wrap the head in order to bring it with me. I don't know what I will do with it. I don't know where to show it. I don't know where to go with it. But I just can't let it there. I have I'd like maybe to throw it in the fire somewhere, but I feel that there's something to discover. We're taking, on y prend goût. We're taking the taste of supernatural things.
Okay. So you've got the head.
Yeah.
And where are you going now? Your barracks to Sophie's mansion?
Sophia.
Sophia.
I almost forgot about her. And she will be very upset. Maybe she'll tell her uncle about all her affairs in their dimension if she's upset. So I'll taking the thing to my musketeers barrack, but it's not a good idea. What? No, he's not involved like that. You know, the kind of nobleman from I don't remember his name, but nevertheless, it's not a good idea. The one who was giving me messages and
Oh yeah.
But no, I won't. So maybe I could bring it at Mr. Trevi's house. I could make a good scare for his wife. It would be no, it's not a good idea. So I'll bring it at my barack. So I'm thinking of all that while walking in the street.
Okay.
And I'm going to my place. You know, that's the only place I'll go there. And I'll call Alain.
And oddly enough, Alain is not asleep. He is awake and he looks nervous.
Oh,
Alphonse, Alphonse, yes, sir. I was
yes.
waiting for you to get home. What do you have? What's in the?
I never
That was
thought
that
you would
horrible
do.
smell.
You'd be worried about me one day. So, what I have some sort of a surprise.
Oh, it's horrible.
But
Smells-
horrible, you know.
the smell.
I know, but you know, it's yeah, and I know it was a big shock 2 weeks ago, but welcome to the club, and I've brought something that was in the sand.
Oh, it's like a fish. Oh,
Worse than a fish is one of my old enemies' head merged with one of other old enemies. Well, okay, all right. Just bring the table. You know, it would. I won't put that on my bed sheets. I can't afford bed sheets. I'm throwing money at the coq sans tête at some drunken man just to throw him away. So no, okay. And by the way, all right, take a okay. I'll kind of roll my sleeves.
Yeah.
Bring some hot water, something.
Oh, but I meant. Okay. Yes. I'll do that.
Okay. You'll tell me after. Okay. Bring the hot water.
So he's scurrying away to go fetch some hot water.
So I put my coat on the wooden table and I unpack the thing and I try to look at it closely. And you know, I'm looking at the faces. Can it be really them? You know, I was able to see them in the dark, but closely, I probably guess it's really what I saw. These are the persons I was able to identify.
It really looks like Julien Lebeau and Gorley Lachey.
Yeah, and where is Martin when I need him? Where is Martin? Even Jean-Marie would be helpful here.
And Ellen comes back with the hot water and drops it. Ah!
You should be. With you know the student training I've made you 2 weeks ago. You should be ready for that.
I am having a very bad day, and you bring this in.
Okay, what is that bad day? Because the head won't do anything more than stink in my room. So what do you have to say? I hope it's important.
Could you cover it?
All right, I unpack the coat. You'll have to wash it with vinegar tomorrow.
Oh. Do you remember when I first became your lackey?
Yeah, because you kind of was too open about what our, whereabouts, me and my friends.
Well, yes. Do you remember you remember how upset Martin got when some of his books went missing?
Yes, I
And
remember.
you know, this little girl said she was his cousin, and then so I let her in. Remember that?
I do remember that clearly.
And Martin always looks at me like he wants to kill me ever since then. And I hate when he looks at me like that. But listen, she came back this evening, and
What book did she? Well, yeah, what?
She brought one of these books back, but she said she has the rest of them for him, but she wants you to come and get them.
Me? I'm not the librarian. Okay, so you're telling me that she brought back the book?
Yes, and
is that some sort of a library?
He picks up the book, and he's almost really kind of scared to hold this too because it's made in this leather that looks very suspiciously like it might not be from an animal.
A book from Martin, of course,
and it just has just this calligraphy on the front in a script that you just can't. It's not French. It's not German or English. It doesn't even really look like not even Hungarian. It doesn't even look like proper letters. And inside the book, I opened the book and there's some just horrible pictures. Oh,
okay. Well, she brought back the book and she has some more.
She said she has some more. She said Martin wanted them for well, she said she borrowed them and she wants to give them back.
Hope it's not the books from the poor baker girl that Claude was bringing to her. This is more. Did she tell you that it's more like this kind of book?
Yes, as I said, books like this, ones that are very hard to get, he would be very happy to get back.
Me happy?
No, Martin.
Well, he's not there. But why don't she wait for him? No, she really wanted me now.
She said, well, she didn't say anything about now, but she said she would like you to come and get it. And she said I was not to give the address to anybody but you. And
you know what bothers me? She knows I'm the only one of the gang around, of the group. I'm the only one of la bande around. So how can she know of all of that? Did you saw her beside those two moments you tell me? Alain?
Well, once or twice. Well, it wasn't here.
Playing tricks on us.
No. I saw her in the street once. I said, "Oh, little girl," and she had mentioned. She said hello, and then I let her go. I
just
tonight
can't believe that you were once maybe promoted to be a musketeer. How can you be so naive, Alain? She brought problem. You became my lackey because of that little girl. It's not for nothing that I've promoted you to be my lackey. It's because you have been stupid the first time, and yet you're still talking to her. You should not talk to the people you don't know, the strangers, even if they are a girl, and even if they are interested in us. I look at the head. I just opened the coat,
and Alain is beside himself. It was shaking. And it's very unusual because Alain is never like this. He's usually very blasé.
Yeah, I know.
And he's really upset.
Yeah, I know. I'm okay, Alain. That thing is just basic routine. That girl might be a bigger, more dangerous deal. Remember that when you're dealing with me and Martin and Philippe and Armand and Jean-Marie, if he ever comes around. Well, don't trust anyone you don't know who are interested in us, right? Mr. Latrivy you can trust him to never talk to anyone else.
Because I know she was just she's she's kind of scary.
Yeah, right. Figure. Merci. You have figured it out for yourself. So you could just have said no to her.
Uh, didn't I couldn't.
All right. Okay. Do you have an idea what we can do with this head? You know, is there a? Yeah, I'd like to keep it for Martin, but I don't know when he will come back, so the head might not be in a proper. Is there a barn? You know, someone with a barn somewhere you can trust, an abandoned barn where we can put the head somewhere. I don't know what to do with that.
No, yes, I do, and something of the barn, and it can be cold, and then I do know a German fellow. He's a nice fellow, you know. He's not his fault. He's German, but this fellow Heinrich who pickles thing. They could get him to pickle the head, maybe.
Maybe.
Pickles.
Okay, let's work on that.
Preserve it?
Right now, I think we'll have to support the smell. But the little girl, okay, the appointment with the little girl, where, when? Is it now? Is it tomorrow?
No, she didn't say when. She just gave me an address.
And what is the address? Is it in
And-
Paris?
Yes, it's in Paris. It's not
All
that
right.
far. So he gives you the address for the.
I'm looking at the paper.
House.
So do I know this place?
You know the street. It's not in a bad section of Paris. Do I have my Paris Gothic book open?
Paris.
That's correct. It's not a mansion. It's more of a house connected to other ones, like a townhouse sort of thing.
Okay.
Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in my old notes that I have since lost. Gay Paris. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see.
Okay. Bon, allez. Bring my sword. Bring my pistol. Bring my Kazakh. You know, I want to make that official. And just perfume the room. It's okay. I have old perfumes I used to wear, but it's not an eye palette anymore. So you can use that just to cover the smell. Will be good for us, and it will not raise suspicions from the other guys around.
Oh. Okay, good. And it's right here. You can't. Right. It's near the
Let me see.
Sorbonne University, right here underneath Notre Dame, across the river.
Yeah, underneath Notre Dame. Okay, that place, right?
Yeah,
Okay, the Sorbonne. Okay, right.
it's around that area.
Okay, so right on. We'll get there by night with the lantern. Sorry. So yeah.
So you're going to go there tonight?
Better cook them. Anyway, I'm in great shape. I was about to have a meeting, so I was pumping up myself to be quite awake, I hope.
Fantastic.
So yeah, so just perfume the place. You know, I'd like you to come along, but I think covering up the smell could be a very good idea. And tomorrow we'll see what we'll do with the head, with the pickle, you know, the barreled pickle. You know, we could put that into that. Well, I think it's a great idea, Alain. You know, you're not that bad after all.
Okay. So because you're going it in the middle of the night, you get a style back for being overconfident.
I am.
and I did not. I forgot. Forgot to give you a style for your incredible way in which you intimidated all the men with no weapons. So you have 3 style again.
Oh
yes, that was very style worthy.
I'm ready to fight a 3-foot tall demon. So whatever.
Fantastic. So it's not very hard to find this location. It's actually a very nice townhouse area, you know. And on the outside, you can see the name Ferret, F-E-R-E-T.
F-A-I.
F-E-R-E-T, like ferret, but Ferret.
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 Ferret. Oh,
Ferret. Yeah.
it's someone called Ferret, you see. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, is there any sorts of lightning in sight to see if someone might be awake?
There are actually several windows that have light in them.
Oh,
So it looks like there's
God.
several candles or lanterns.
Why anyone is not inviting me to that kind of surprise party? Those the one I prefer. I come to the door and I knock.
And it takes a while, but you start to hear the sound of feet approaching the door.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at the door and looking elsewhere and, whistling a little bit, a little merry tune.
Right. And the door opens.
Ah,
And it is a woman
Madame.
in a cloak that's kind of covering part of her face. So it's hard to see her face.
Madame. I was kind of brought here by an address that someone gave me. Maybe I'm not at the right place. Sorry if I'm interrupting. So, but why are you covering probably such a lovely face?
I don't want to startle you, Briscoe. Won't you come in?
It depends how much fun you have and how much fun I can bring in.
So I'm sure we can have plenty of fun together.
Yes.
We always did.
Feels like you're a little bored, so you need, the brightness of a musketeer here, someone who represents the king and brings you some hope. Yes, I take the invitation.
Oh, that's fantastic. And she beckons you to come inside.
Well, I'm trying to have my eyes on my back too.
Yeah.
Because, I'm playing that game, but a cloaked woman who takes herself a little too seriously, well, I know that means bad. So I'm here, looking at, the dresses. How is it, the decoration? How's it dressed?
The house is ostentatious and gaudy. It is just over the top. If Briscoe could decorate a house with all the money from all the rich women that he has made love to, this is what the house would look like if he was. It's just gaudy.
What is the name of the master of the place? Because he has a good taste. C'est parfait.
And the young lady glances your direction or moves her head in your direction. It was Ernest Ferret, but he is long since passed.
Ah, so he has left behind a widow.
No widow. No widow.
A hair. Here.
No widow. Sit down. I will.
Is there some sort of a hair? Did he have children's?
Oh, yes. I will get her now.
Sit down. No, I'd like to stay up. It's late at night, and if you want to have my attention, I don't want to fall asleep. So standing up is a good way for me to be fully aware and ready for you.
As you wish. And she departs through one of the doors.
I take. Okay. What are the other doors around?
Well, she's gone through one door, rather large door. There is a set of stairs. Look, obviously very ostentatious stairs, obviously going up to the second floor. There's another door, to the left and to the right. It's hard to say what rooms they're for, but it's a
Okay.
typical townhouse layout.
Okay. Are these other doors already a little open?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they are.
Okay, I'm kind of trying to make trying to play the tourist, looking at the decoration, whistling, and if I get near, I try to get near one of those doors and just take a small look.
That is a well-lit kitchen.
Okay.
And there's a vase for flowers on the counter. There's all sorts of utensils. There's not a scrap of food in it.
Okay.
Nothing.
No food. Right, but
no flowers in the vase.
But it's well lit, so something's cooking anyway. All right, I'm taking mental notes. Is there another half open door?
There is.
Okay, the same routine. I'm looking at all the decoration and get near the door and take a look. Just innocently.
It's another like sitting room.
Okay.
I like this one a little bit larger. Would look like a fully stocked liquor cabinet. Very fancy decanters. There is liquor, but it just looks a little empty. Not like there's not furniture, but there's just nothing in there. It almost looks like a perfect showroom.
A showroom.
It looks like almost as if what a room like that is supposed to look like, but almost as if it's not lived in, it's not used.
Is it lit?
It was lit. It's lit. There's no dust. It's well maintained.
All right. So that explains the light I saw outside. So okay, I'm trying to get back towards where I was standing when she left me.
Okay.
And well, just before I go see the door from where I came in, the outdoor.
Yeah.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Okay, just to be sure.
I mean, you can open it. It seems to be locked for anybody outside.
Right.
But it's not locked.
Okay, perfect. So still playing tourist and looking at all the fine arts on the wall and waiting.
Okay. And what is your perception?
4.
It's 4. Okay. So you don't quite notice or didn't quite hear the little girl walking up behind you. As you turn, says, hello, Father.
If I was to be your father, I would say go to bed. It's too late for a little girl for you.
So this young lady looks like she's probably about 11 years old. She has the most luxurious curls, big curls, long curly hair, and she's dressed in an exquisite little dress. The picture of innocence and childhood beauty. It looks like she could have stepped right out of a picture. And she laughs. Goes, oh, don't worry. You're not my father. I just thought that was a little entertaining. My father's dead.
It's Monsieur Ferret.
Eh?
He was. My condolence.
Oh, don't worry about it. He's a bastard.
Was your father. But I don't know Mr. Ferret. So I won't judge. I will just go with your words. So you have some book to bring back?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have several books of my brothers that I took from Martin. Then I can return. I don't need them any longer.
But why do you want to bring that to me? Do I like some sort of a librarian?
No, of course not, Alphonse. It's not really about the books.
What is your name?
My name is Beatrice.
Beatrice. You're right. I don't remember any daughter who's called Beatrice.
And looking at her in the light, she really does bear resemblance to Francine.
Was your father some sort of a half man woman? Just to check out. No, it's Monsieur Ferret. Sorry.
Monsieur Ferret has been gone for a long time. Or at least the name has. My father is, of course, you know who my father is. Mr. Julien Lebeau.
Yeah.
But he is gone now. I've killed him.
So I guess I'm next.
No.
No, you want me to bring back the books and after you kill me. That's a...
I'm sure that Martin would like the books.
But
I
why?
really don't want them any longer.
What? Okay. All right. Let me put this straight, little Beatrice. So, what is the game you're playing with that? You know that if you're doing something that is out of line with Jesus, let's say, well, we're the one who will be get on, well, we'll have some sort of a mission to try to stop whatever you're trying to do. So why all this detours?
She said, there is no game, Alphonse. Sit down. And she whacks the table. The table breaks, and you must roll willpower.
Yeah. Willpower directly?
Oh, yeah, double willpower.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's double. Yeah, I remember. So let's double my willpower. No, I will keep myself point on that. So, Monsieur Alexandre Dumas, I really love your writing, so help me now. Average.
Okay, you got 2? All right,
yeah.
Hold on, let's see. I'm going to roll for her.
So I guess just without realizing it, I just sat down.
Well, no, we're not going to say that. We don't know. Oh, yes, you. Not without realizing it, because you really only had a simple success, but you are feeling like you should sit down. Like she is very, very commanding.
Okay. I don't sit down. I kind of kneel down, like giving an advice to a child.
Yeah.
But it's kind of it takes me a lot of effort in doing that. It's just part of, I'm trying to keep the show going on for Alphonse. Yeah. So this is no game.
This is no game. What happened to my mother? I know how she died, but what happened to her? What did you do to her?
For my part, I was very gentle to her. She really liked me, and I really liked her. Above all of, maybe you seem to know about my whereabouts. But Francine was kind of my favorite. And no, it was something, it was something a little more, I guess. we kind of connected. So she was very kind and gentle, and oh, I won't tell you stuff that the little girl didn't have to hear. I don't want to dirty up your ears right now with the, but just to say that she was a very good woman, and she was unfortunate enough to, well, to suffer horribly, to suffer beyond what poor humans might have to go through. And that really shocked me. I really want to avenge your mother, but seems that my vengeance will be over now, because there was some sort of a nobleman called Julien Lebeau who butchered your mother to get you out. I guess I'm just guessing, but you're probably the one she got out. And believe me, there's lots of unbelievable things in Paris, so I'm ready to believe in that one.
And she looks directly at you, because yes, she suffered. That is true. And she was your favorite? Really?
Yes.
All right. And so her eyes start to glow and go red. And you must roll willpower one more time. And the room, all of a sudden, every light in the entire place seems to go out.
And I will put 2 stun points on that.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm doing it with style. So, Miss Alexandre Dumas. What will happen with me? 4 success.
4 success.
It was worth it.
It was worth it. It was worth it. Okay. So let's see what happens now. I will go for her rather than just taking the average.
She will get over me.
Okay, so you only take 2 non-lethal. But it's not from physical pain.
I see.
She didn't hit you. It's all of a sudden the room is going completely black. And you're transfixed by the scene. It's as if you're dreaming now. Some kind of lucid dream, wide awake. But you see Francine years ago crying. And she's sobbing, and she's saying your name. Oh, Alphonse.
Okay. It was it a Francine that I used to know by her age?
It was, yeah. It was one that you used to know. It was back when you first started, having fun times with her and her sister Josephine.
Yeah, well, and back then I never knew that there were 2.
Right.
Okay, so I do approach her, Francine. What happened?
And she looks at you, and you can see like her figure is almost transparent. So Briscoe, why did you do this to me? I thought you said you loved me. You said you loved me. And boom, the scene changes. And it's a young, very pretty woman. It's Adeline. But Adeline is sitting there, and she's nursing a baby.
Okay, Adeline, I just want to I know the name. Just bring me back who she is.
This Adeline's from 5 years ago. Really beautiful girl, but she's nursing a baby, and she says, "Oh, Alphonse, why don't you even come to see your son? Why don't you come talk to me?"
All right, I say, well, because Beatrice will prevent me.
And then there's Estelle. You see her crying over you. Remember, you broke her heart quite some time ago. Bernadette is already Clarice. You see, never knew what happened to Clarice.
No.
And you see her throwing herself into the Seine with your name on her lips.
Well, in a way, I'm flattered.
Okay, that's one
I say
style
that
point.
I say
That's
to
one
myself,
style point.
I say to myself, well, I didn't really have an effect on her. I knew it, but it's fun to have some sort of a kind of a wake up call to remember. It'll help me remember that I'm that good. So I'm kind of in front of all the women that I knew in my life, and I say to myself, well, it was good. So, all right. So I'm sorry to all of you. I think, but I think you have to live the present moment. Okay, I live it to the fullest when I was with you. I'm whatever saint I am. I kind of talking to the ceiling. You had all my attention and all my affection when I was with you. It was the present moment, and tomorrow is another day. Every tomorrow is another day, and you have to find your pleasure as I'm finding mine. You are able to do that, ladies. That's all I have to say.
That is fantastic. So you have a mixture of, I'm presuming, the bravado of Briscoe, but this sadness. Not just that, and that's what's causing the non-lethal wound. It's just the sorrow of having caused harm. And finally, and it's just this kaleidoscope of woman after woman, but it ends with Eugene. And Eugene's still in a bed, her condition still undetermined. And Beatrice looks back at you and said, and she may die because of you, because what you've done to her.
Oh, okay. I feel a little sorrow, at the same time. I feel a little bad for those ladies. I'm wondering why they're sad. Probably it's part of what you're trying to make to me. But for Eugene, you know what? She knew all about what we were doing as a job, and she accepted to stay. She could have ran away way before. She knew that we were dealing with demons and vampires. We all face that kind of danger, little Beatrice, every day of our lives, and our lackeys are with us. They are faithful. Maybe she was upset because she was a woman who really wanted me into her life. That was her choice. It was not my fault. All the while, she just pretended to be a faithful lackey facing the same dangers as I. So I'm very sorry about her condition. But at the same time, she knew that a life with Briscoe is a life of danger.
Oh. And all of a sudden, like the visage of Eugene is gone. And some of the lights in the house return back on, but Beatrice is furious. And you can see her face is just bright red. And she's looking, she goes, I have been forced to live here.
You what did you say?
I
Sorry.
have been forced. You are responsible for where I am now. This is a ridiculous, horrible place. My father was so upset that you killed my brother, that he wanted something even better. He wanted me to be stronger. He made that woman give birth to me. I am not finished.
All right, go ahead. Anyway, I'm not good in parenting, so go ahead.
And she just throws a glass against the wall.
You'll understand when you'll get older, by the way. Go ahead.
What do you know about age? Nothing. My father made me take those books because he figured this wasn't enough. I had to summon another demon. I had to join with it. We have been stuck here. And you even denied me the ability to feed off you?
You know you're getting in trouble telling me all that. You're getting yourself in trouble.
Trouble.
Well, you know that what is our job is to chase down. I'll be polite, but if it wasn't you, I will use the words monster, but since we're kind of friendly, I won't use that word with you. But nevertheless, what is the brother you're talking about? Who is?
Hervé.
Okay.
Julian's servant. You killed him.
Yeah,
You
just out of character. Just bring me back to. I remember the name.
As you were at the party, put on for Godelier Lossier, a servant was in the way as you were chasing Julien Lebeau up the stairs.
Okay, me and Jean-Marie were on it.
Jean-Marie, I believe Jean-Marie might have actually killed him.
Well, he probably the one who has butchered it in the end, and I was the one telling all the the people in there, there's nothing to see. I remember that. Oh, well, you're talking about me. It's more Jean-Marie, but I can take a part of the responsibility since I was kind of enjoying him trying to kill. But it was to defend himself and to save your mother, by the way.
I don't care about her. I care about being stuck in this miserable place with this
you can get out of the house. Amalgam. So what can I do for you? Instead, well, I know that I have to bring back some books, but it was more than that. You had all your salad to sell me. So what do you want, little Beatrice?
I want you to cry. I want you to be sad. I want your sorrow.
Tell the truth. To tell the truth, the only time I was sad during the last year was because of your mother. You want the truth? That is the truth. Yeah, okay, was she my favorite? Well, there's a lot of favorite. I love life. And I'm a man who loves life and loves women. Some maybe will tell that is a bad habit, but at the same time, well, yeah, I have some sort of respect for women. By the way, the women who get into my life is because they want to. It's not me pretending that they want to. They really want to. Who doesn't want? Well, you'll get older. Well, someday you'll get older, Beatrice. Maybe you'll understand. But
okay, that's another style. Just for the over. They want to be in my life. Who would not want to be?
But your mother. Okay. I do kneel against her, and I put them on her shoulder. I'll tell you the truth, little demon. There was Alphonse before your mother, when your mother was alive, and there was Alphonse after your mother died. Before that, chasing monster was a game. After that, it became a little more bittersweet. I kind of lost my light. I can still hold on and impress the people. That's what I like to do, but it's not with the same joy. So I'm sad since your mother has died, to tell the truth.
She smiles just a little bit. And as she smiles, as you lean down in front of her, her face changes. Her body starts to change. And she looks, or it is Francine. She looks at you with tears streaming down her face. Why did you break my heart and leave me to die? Alphonse, why did you do this to me? You must make one more willpower roll.
Well, I have my two
You do.
styles back. I will use
For being
them.
so overconfident.
I'll try to do something great with that. I'm looking, shaking my box, and I do generate four success.
4. So you only take one non-lethal. You're
I have
feeling
one
the sorrow,
health
but-
left. I have one health left on the on the positive. So I'm feeling a little tired.
little emotionally exhausted, you know.
Yeah. Francine, I never wanted to break your heart. I just wanted to make your life a little happier, especially since you were around Cardinal's Guard. They are boring.
Oh, Briscar. Always with this. And you hear outside, really faint, this stop him.
Outside of the house.
Outside the house.
I get up a little, you know, not that fast, you know, I'm just looking concerned at the window, and there's probably a window, something, and I just peek, take a look outside to see if there's something I should mess with.
Well, because it's such a nice area, there are street lamps, so you can see very, very well.
Okay.
And there is a man running down the street and impeccably dressed. I mean, just beautiful. A brilliant yellow plume, impossibly long, in his cap, which might be crushed velour. It might be really fancy. And even though it's nighttime, in the streetlights, the brass buttons on his coat and buckles on his shoes shine like the sun. And his shoes, you can see his shoes had the glossiest black sheen, not a speck of filth on them, only matched by his hair as the black sheen. Perfect. Not quite as perfect as hair, that Cardinal's Guard, but very, very close. And behind him is running. You can see. Oh, as you can see, it's one of the soldiers from one of the troops that you've gone to the front with. And he's like, stop! Somebody stop him! And the man is stumbling as if he's a little hurt, but he's chasing this man for all he's worth.
The one chasing looks hurt, so that's what you say?
Yeah, he does look a little hurt. Just, you know.
Okay, this is a soldier from, you know, the army of France. Right?
That's correct.
I don't remember his name, but he had a few quite a good jokes about the Spanish. So I'm looking over my shoulder rapidly to see if Beatrice is still there. Beatrice, Francine, whatever.
Yeah. And it's actually it's Francine. And she says, go, Alphonse, go. You always go. You always leave me.
I'll come back. And I go out.
You go out. Okay. So you can see the man is getting closer.
And I'll try to I'll get in front of him, get my sword out. Au nom du roi, arrêtez.
No. What are we doing? Are we trying to command him, intimidate him?
Yeah, I'll try to command him, yeah. Is there something like command? Is it diplomacy? Don't remember. Well, some sort of intimidation, yeah. I'll intimidate him. I have 7 dice in doing that.
Oh, good.
And I'm throwing that into the box. I'm throwing them again and shaking the box. And I generate only 2 success.
Okay, only 2 success. All righty. You don't quite intimidate him. He's looking like, what? Out of my way. And the fellow that's chasing him is getting closer. He's just passing a wagon. The man that's running is just passing a wagon, and with his rapier, which is out, he slices the rope holding the back, and the back opens up and some barrels start rolling out towards the poor man that's chasing him, who ends up tripping over them and falling flat in his face.
All right, I'll finish the job. So I'll run after the guy. Hey, I said stop, and I'm running after him.
Who are you to tell me to stop?
I am a soldier of the king. I am a musketeer.
A musketeer. And
Yeah.
he stops. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, just stops dead. And turns around and says, what is your name?
My name is Alphonse Ruold. I am one of the finest soldier of Notre Roi, Louis.
No, it can't be. This is too good. This is too good. Didn't you run naked through the room? Was that you? It must be. There couldn't have been.
Of course, it was me. And you see how good I am? No one would ever try that. I'm so good that I'm allowed to run naked in the Louvre. You don't.
And his rapier is already out. And he looks, he goes, on God. We must fight. This is too good.
Tell me your name before I try to kill you. Or arrest you. I want to arrest you before. The Bastille is a good place.
I am called Cristobal. I'm a member of the, a member of he starts telling him, a member of the Ferran family. And you hear the soldier who's just a ways back. Don't believe him. He's not a nobleman. He's a Spanish spy.
Oof. All right. Oh, en garde.
And so now we're going to do something a little odd. While we're engaging in some fencing combat, it's a little unconventional, but I like us to engage in some social combat as well.
Yeah.
Because this young man, even though you don't really have witnesses as such, I figured you could have some contests, and maybe instead of incurring reputation loss or bad reputation, perhaps you could incur some negatives as if you get each other flustered, which might be kind of fun.
Yeah.
The famous Breeze score. How many hearts have you broken?
Sorry.
How many hearts have you broken? Hey, not as many as I.
I guess. Well, I guess I have stopped to count a long time ago. So you're taking account of that because you didn't break enough heart.
All right. So let's see. What are we going to call this? For a second.
Some sort of a con, maybe, or
it is. Yeah, I mean, it's. We're going to get to regular old initiative in 1 second, but I think it's a page 109. I think it's social combat, social dueling.
Yeah, I'll try to check with you.
And if Anthony's watching right now, say, what are they doing? This is the wrong way. No,
This is the right way to play role-playing games. Stop the game and watch the rules because it's fun.
No, let's go. All right, no. So you make a roll of con, diplomacy, intimidation, or streetwise. And you've got bonuses based on contacts, fame, rank, or status.
So I don't have fame as such.
No.
And I have a bad reputation since
You
you
have a
used the
reputation.
Louvre.
You have a bad reputation. But let's see. And additional bonus dice can be earned through role-playing by the player delivering a witty remark or the character revealing information discovered during play, like delivering a crude insult, relying on an existing bad reputation. So yeah, I think you don't get a negative. He can rely on your negative reputation.
Okay, I have negated my negative reputation.
Okay.
I have 9 dice in con.
Okay.
9 dices. Let's hear the sound of 9 dices in con. Only 3 success.
Only 3 success. And he has 8 dice in con. So let's see what he's. Okay, at 1.
So yeah, I've made a feeble remark, but he never noticed. So I kind of won.
You did.
Ah.
So he's taking -2 right now to his attack.
So
you must roll initiative because now it's going to be physical.
okay, so initiative.
That's correct.
Initiative of 2.
2. Okay. We'll also roll 5 dice, I believe. And then he has 2. So who has the higher dexterity?
Oh, I don't have that high. Well, I have 3. Well,
oh, you go first. His dexterity is 2.
I will make a disarm.
Oh,
with the
okay.
School of Dance. It's not the best move of School of Dance, but nevertheless, in one course during a break, they talked about it. So, so I tried to remember what are these saying. So
what might you see to do to disarm that? I think there's a weird
4 success on 5 dice.
Okay, what does he oppose that with? Let's try to remember how he opposes the disarming. It is a little weird.
Yeah, I have to check out disarm. Yeah, how does it work?
Yep.
I just threw out disarm, but how does this work actually?
It is slightly different die pool, but let's see. Come on now. Man.
Disarm, it's page 100.
Right, of course. 100.
It's an opposed melee attack. I have a -2 to strike his weapon. Okay, yeah, I should re-roll that, in fact.
Okay.
So I only have 3 dice. Since I have a -2, I throw the dice in the box. And I get 2 success.
2 success, okay. And he's also doing a melee or a fencing roll back. And let's see. A -2 penalty because you just gave him a sound thrashing.
Right.
And
he is startled.
And he said, as he sees the disarm coming, he says, "You have no skill at this. This is ridiculous. You cannot do that." And he manages to hold on to his weapon. But it seems like it's not through skill, but that he sort of faked you out for a second.
Oh,
it's almost as if his incredible charisma was able to like stop you in your tracks from disarming him for a second. Almost as if he uses a bold defense.
Looks nice. I guess this is those stolen clothings that gives you that confidence.
Oh, stolen clothing. Oh, that might be worth to stopping the physical right here just to make a roll against it. What will he? And that is, oh man, stolen clothing. That's a good one. You got to give you something for that. you get a +2 for the stolen clothing comment.
Okay, so I'm making a con, or maybe, well, it's some sort of a con, or some sort of an intimidation might be. I want to shake him. No.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, you could diplomacy. Yeah, you can say intimidation.
Okay, do my bad reputation give him some confidence, so it might.
Not in this case, I don't believe.
So I'm rolling 9 dice to intimidate.
Will you get the +2?
Yeah, with the +2 is there.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Look at that number.
Oh,
8
man.
success.
Hold on. This is terrible. Hold on. My goodness.
Maybe even if he didn't stole them, he will believe he stole them.
Okay, he's only got 4 successes. So, and you had how many? 8?
8.
Oh, so now he's really shaking at this point.
Drop your sword. And
But it is actually his turn to attack, so he will.
is
You made that.
yeah, text me.
Yeah, because you rolled initiative. You only went, and you made that such a great comment in the middle of a melee round or a combat round. I decided to go ahead and resolve that right then, because that was fantastic.
Right. So I'll roll my defense.
All right.
2.
He's not rolling very many dice anymore. And it was perfect because it's a miss.
I do
Entirely.
shrink. Drop your sword. Stop looking like a a street actor with a fake sword.
I do not look like a street actor. You're the fop and the dandy. I am.
You're not a musketeer.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's have another roll. You're trying to intimidate him into dropping the sword.
You're not a sky. Well, yeah. It's an intimidation with no bonus this time.
No bonus this time.
No bonus. I will get it.
Oh.
I have 4 success.
Oh. He drops the sword.
And is my old friend coming over? The one who was running?
He's starting to get up.
Okay,
yeah, I kind of got a bloody nose.
Okay, I take the sword and I throw it at him. Catch his sword.
Oh.
Don't kill yourself with it. Okay. And I'm looking at the guy. What is your name again?
My name is Cristobal.
Okay, Cristobal. Well, Cristobal, don't go far. And I'm looking at my friend. I'll remember your name a little later, but more important things before your name. Why were you running at him?
He attacked a lieutenant. I think he might have killed him, and we think he's gotten a whole bunch of troop information on him.
I turn over. I am pointing in with my sword. On your knees.
And he's kind of broken, so he kneels down. Well, he kind of squats down. You realize his knees aren't really touching the ground. But he's wearing really nice pants.
I'm looking, friend, with the name that will come a little later. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I am.
What do you see? Instead, finely dressed Steve. But other than that, is there something strange about the guy?
He's not kneeling like you told him to. He's squatting like he's about to, like a dog.
Take a quick look at the mansion where the ferret mansion. Is it? Did I get that far from that mansion? Do I still have it in my vision?
You can kind of see it. You took a while to get into this.
Any Francine, Beatrice, or strange demons looking at me?
Nobody seems to be looking out the window.
Right. Do you have something to attach him, friend?
Yes, of course.
Do it. So, Mr. Cristobal, you will will be held in trial. Hope it's not the cardinal himself that comes to interrogate you. If that's true, if you have some vital informations that you want to bring to the Spanish, you will get the rest of your life in the Bastille, even if you're floating.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of the cardinal. Louis de Bourbon will avenge me.
When you get to the cardinal, you'll change your mind. He's an impressive man.
So am I.
Yes, and you're in front of the guy who ran naked through the. Let's tell everyone someone is kneeling in the front of the musketeer ran naked in the Louvre. Take notes of that.
I'm not kneeling. I wouldn't kneel in the street and get my pants dirty.
You see that, friend? His
Do you know how
knees
much these cost?
I'm sure you. Maybe you don't know. You stole them. So, hey, friend, tell me, friend. It's just being a little gamey about the moment, just to lighten the mood. Is Cristobal's knees touching the ground?
They're not.
So we're not drunk together. We're clear-headed.
We're clear-headed.
Oh boy. I don't know what to do with that. I have someone who is special with people wearing strange pants and buttons and okay. I will maybe before the Bastille. Can you let's bring him at that house which I came from. I was talking with someone who knows a lot of things about that kind of thieves.
Okay, all right.
C'est voleur. Don't. So I taking my friend with me to bring Cristobal. My goal is to bring it into the ferret house to see if they can do something. Because even I will just want to test if it was a coincidence or not.
So you knock on the door, and once again, this time Beatrice answers.
Ah, petite.
Do you forget the books?
Yes, I forget the books, and since you love riddles, I have a good one. He's called Cristobal. And my friend, what is your name again?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, il s'appelle Charles. Charles.
Yep.
Charles Gauthier.
There we go.
Charles Gauthier. C'est Charles Gauthier. C'est un ami. It's a friend. And we fought together on the front. It was before I became a musketeer and knew all the joy of seeing stuff that seeing stuff that no one wants to see. So, yeah. So Cristobal, sorry to do my duty at the same time, Beatrice, but he's apparently stole some plan. We're about to search him.
And what do you want me to do?
Tell me tell me about his pants.
What about his pants? They're clean.
They're clean. He doesn't touch the ground.
Oh, it's because he's squatting. Did you ever seen a man squat before? And you realize he's just somehow this man is just holding I think probably out of pure vanity, he's holding his knees just off the ground. He must have incredibly strong legs, but there's no way he's going to kneel. And she looks at him. She pushes him down on the floor, and his knees hit the ground. Just let me have him for a minute.
Well, be nice with him because it might be political affairs. Yeah, I know that political affairs and strange affairs and that doesn't mess up together. So we'd like to have the political part back. All right.
Yeah, go get a drink. I'll leave him alive.
What kind of drink?
There's all kinds of alcohol in the other room. You saw it when you were looking around.
You see Charles. This is a house where a little girl at 10 p.m. in the evening is offering us a drink. How good is that?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Right. Do take charge. And I don't have medicine. I would have liked to can someone, and I'm kind of calling out to the house, can someone take care of my friend? He has wounds.
Well, nobody's answering your call. Let's go to 10 o'clock at night. Eli, I'll be okay. But as you're in the other room grabbing yourself a brandy, and there is a phenomenal selection, the best cognac. And you hear this crying from the other room. Oh, please, no more, no more.
Okay.
And you go back in the other room, and the candles aren't out, nothing's flickering, but you see this. You see that Cristobal has this glazed look on his face, and Beatrice is standing in front of him, and he's just like, "No more, no more. Why do I go on? I should just kill myself now."
Look at Beatrice. Okay, I just out of character. Maybe because I was into the assumption that the guy was floating.
Oh, no. He just was refusing to kneel.
Okay.
He was so.
Okay.
But he squatted down on his feet and got his knees close to the ground.
Okay. I just didn't get it because
Okay.
I was
Yeah, no,
surfing with the idea that he wasn't touching the ground.
No,
and
I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize that until just now. But
okay,
yeah.
But nevertheless, it might narratively be okay because I'm, just a thing of.
You've seen too much
vanity.
weird stuff. You've seen too much weird stuff.
Yeah, and I'm kind of okay.
It's been a rough night.
You've been a rough night, so yeah, I saw too much crazy stuff. So I was ready to see someone floating. And all right, okay, Beatrice. So okay, yeah, I'm okay. I don't feel enough sorrow. By the way, I did tell you the truth about your mother. What did you do to him, by the way?
I just showed him where he's been wrong, the harm he's caused, and why his own life is so insignificant, and why it's just not worth it to go on.
Okay, is he a spy?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. Are you a spy? Yes, I'm a Spanish spy. We're sent here to collect troop movements.
Okay.
Take because they're in my pocket here. Take them. I don't want them anymore. just do me a favor. Kill me.
No. Hey. Let's, Cristobal. Okay. Now that you are a reasonable man now, let's take a brandy, and we'll bring you to the Bastille.
Yes, take me there. I deserve to go there.
Right. So, I'm offering a drink.
He takes it, he slams it down.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking at Charles and say, okay, this might looks weird, but just keep the man busy. I will help you out a little. I have something. I have to get that little girl go to sleep, whatever. But I have to talk to her. Right? Is that okay, Charles?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
He looks very happy to get away from Beatrice.
Okay, Beatrice. Maybe you have I don't know anything about age, but you still act as a little girl somehow. and I don't really know what you want. Okay, you want me to feel sorry about something, and I am. I told you. Maybe there's no tears.
You
Maybe
don't
I
understand.
have some tears too. Maybe I'll keep them for something else.
You don't understand, Alphonse. I want
I don't.
everybody
What that?
I want everyone to feel sorrow. Everyone.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I bring joy in life.
Oh, that's a style right there.
So we could be good friends. I'm friend with anyone, and yeah, you're quite a talented child. So, you know, I can bring you lots of people who want to feel sorrow. I might have a list somewhere.
Bring them to me.
Well, it will depend. You know, I'm not here to torture anyone, but well, if there are enemies of the kingdom, I might use your help. But at the same time, I'm not quite sure who you are. I'm not quite sure what you want. You want everyone to feel sorrow, but there might be something else. You were a precious tool of Julien Lebeau. What did he want out of you?
Vengeance.
Against whom?
Against you, against the Musketeers. Against
So
anyone who interfered with his lifestyle.
Well, I guess it's over now. Did you know about Julien?
Yes. It was a horrible, horrible.
Who did this?
I did.
Did you told me a little earlier?
I hated him. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be trapped in this body.
Okay.
I wouldn't be attached. We wouldn't be attached to each other.
Me and you?
No.
Whatever. Okay, so you hate me. Well, kind of. You hate Julien Lebeau. You hate your father. You hate everyone except your mother, from what I understand.
I don't really care about her either.
So you want to... So this is a game. You're playing a game. You're an angry little girl.
In one sense, I am an angry little girl. Yes, in one sense, I am much, much older than you, Musketeer.
I guess that. But well, how can I tell you this? I think age doesn't count right now. Because if you are of an old age, you don't seem to really know what you want. Happiness comes with knowing what you want. Happiness comes with making something useful out of it. I'm trying to comfort you with some words.
I don't want happiness. That's the opposite of what I want.
Okay. So you know, what can I do with you? Because I have a feeling, I am taking a sip of a brandy, that there will be some murders I won't agree that you will do.
That's possible. Is it murder when you convince somebody to kill themselves because the world is better off?
Oh, yes. Is it? It is. Well, it is. It didn't work on me.
You're a very resilient human being. Alphonse. I'll give you that.
Maybe that's why I'm doing this job. I'm afraid for my king suddenly and my queen. What do you think of them?
Same as I think of any other person.
If
It's
I would
worthless
bring-
and need to know just how meaningless their life is.
There are king and queen. You should respect them. You should bow to them.
I only bow to one.
Ooh, ah, that's where I'm going. Ooh, who are you bowing at?
The same that all of us bow to. Certainly not your lord.
Ah, I had a little hope here, but nevertheless. But ooh, what is the name? Tell me. It will be our little secret.
Let's see.
Oh, there's a big map opening here. I'm looking forward to a name I don't want to hear.
She looks and says, I suppose you could call him Lucille.
Okay, just out of character. If I say Von Barlow, does it work? No,
No.
no, it's not her. Okay, this is it a name I should remember?
No, not really.
Lucille. Out of character. Is it a guitar? No. Is it?
That's a good style point, but I can't.
A black guitar? So, I don't know who's that Lucille is. Probably a very charming person. A woman, I presume. But let me tell you this. We have problems with vampires. We have problems with demons. And you come up and you add up someone who you can blow at any time and make mass murder just by making people cry. What do you think I should do right now?
You should
Little
kill me.
girl, petite
You should kill me,
fille.
of course. It's the
That's
only
what you're
right thing to
waiting
do.
for. But if I do that, I will fail my my promise to bring back the books.
You can have them.
Suddenly, Brisker feels alone.
He is. He sent the other guy in the other room.
Do you? The thing you're making, you made the people feel guilty about what they are. Did it work on your? Did you do this on yourself? Do you feel sorrow for what you did?
I am sorrow.
Looks like a good line. I take another sip of a brandy. Hey, and what about the other woman that welcomed me with the cape? Is she single?
She is single, and you actually get her to laugh for a second.
Just asking. Right. Well, I love life. That's why I won't challenge you tonight.
You are an enigma, Briscoe.
You are what? Sorry.
You're an enigma.
So are you, Beatrice. We do a good team. And well, if you kind of manage to get older, well, no, it's another story. I'll say good night to you. Well, I'll try to have my ears open. And if it comes to a point where I feel that someone died who shouldn't deserve to die because he just threw himself out in the river for no reasons, I'll come back. This time I won't be alone. At least my Lucky would be with me. And we'll have a talk before.
Oh, yes, Elaine. A delightful young man. Just follow the sound of the tears, and you'll find me.
I'll do. You know what? I like you. I just don't agree with your business.
You are a challenge there, Briscoe.
Of course not. I just have my priorities at the same place. I have a prisoner to bring, and I have an appointment, and a head to put it in a pickled barrel. But
Okay.
And where are the books?
Oh, then she brings you right over to a little cupboard, opens the cupboard, and there they are.
Okay, I look at the books.
Hey.
Maybe is it something I ever saw into Martin's?
Absolutely. These are the books you took out of the bedroom that Hervé.
Mais quel okay, so you're a thief. Yeah. Well, no, you're bringing them back, so you're forgiven.
No, she said, no, technically, you were thieves. You stole my brother's books. I stole them back. Now I'm giving them to you because I don't want them.
Okay. Right on. Okay. How many books there are? Can I bring them easily, by the way?
Yeah. There's like 5 books.
All right. I do. Can you lend me a bag? I will bring it back to you tomorrow if it needs be.
Oh, yeah, she goes and procures a little bag for you. There's plenty of stuff here. My father was nice enough to leave me this house.
You're a very lucky little girl. Okay, so you'll go to bed.
Of course, I'll go to bed.
Do you want a lullaby?
I prefer not to have one.
Oh, come on. Well, no. I was about to say that your mother sang. No, I should have. My mother did. I take the books. I look at the surroundings. And I feel in myself, I know that I'm coward. But I won't show it. No, I'm not suicidal either. I won't bring my friend Charles into that. I don't want to mess with him. I don't want him to know about these things. And about the guy I was hallucinating, floating, Cristobal, well, this is another matter. Right, so have a good evening. Do you want a good night kiss?
That is, oh, Alphonse, you are incorrigible. It must have been very nice to hear your mother sing lullabies to you as a child. It's too bad you turned out to be such a disappointment.
I'm not. She still loves me.
Poor deluded
And
woman.
I say good night. You know where I live, so as you know, I'm in full in danger. So, all right. Uh, okay, so I'm going out of the house, and I'm going to the Bastille, trying to get the night watch to bring Cristobal.
Very easy to bring him in. He's singing like a canary. He's letting them know everything. He's taken, where he took them from. He did in fact kill one of the lieutenants in order to get the information about that, troop information and plans and that stuff. And he's working for or with this Louis de Bourbon in Sedan, which is in the north of France. The kind of
Louis de Bourbon.
Yep, in Sedan, Sedan.
Wow.
In Saint-Étienne.
Okay.
So he's been and they're kind of like not exactly exiled there, but kind of has pinned there under the protection of the head of that area in the French history. But he's saying like there, and when you get back, LA, as a matter of fact, located his friend Heinrich in the middle night, who has put the head in this giant barrel with pickling solution. It's it doesn't smell anywhere as bad as it does. It just smells like brine.
Okay.
It's a hideous looking thing. It's being pickled.
Yeah. So the head is pickled. So right. Right. For the rest of the evening. So I have so we have our prisoners at good place. He did say all those things he did. And so the head is pickled in a barrel, right? So that's where you're. Okay, so we're the next day. So because I was about to ask, while you were saying that, I was about to ask about Sophie.
Oh.
I was thinking about Sophie.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Well, she's don't know. She you haven't heard anything about her.
Probably. Well, yeah. Probably I'm too tired to get to her, so I'll write a message in the morning while we're tending the head to go into the barrel, and yeah. So I'm writing up a message. I play a little messenger to send to Sophie. Sorry, the business went too long with the drunk man. Maybe we'll see each other tomorrow. With all considerations, Alphonse.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I suppose we should end up with you telling Monsieur de Treville exactly what happened. We can end in his office.
Okay, well, what does he know? Because I do enter and feel innocent about anything because I felt that, well, maybe he might know about the prisoner.
Yes, Alphonse, yes. I say you have brought a prisoner to the Bastille last night. Can you tell me what happened?
I helped an old colleague, a compagnon from the field, and he was chasing a Spanish spy. He stole plans. He killed a lieutenant. Maybe you've heard about poor lieutenant that was murdered.
I have heard. A Spanish spy, a real Spanish spy.
At last. Well, at some point I felt that he was a little odd, but it was just my eyes playing trick on me. I was a little tired and I had quite an evening. It was just a coincidence that a good coincidence that I was there.
I see. Apparently, he's from what I understand, he's divulged some very disturbing information about activity in the area of Sedan, perhaps Huguenots, perhaps some plots to kill the cardinal and the king.
Yeah. Of course they are. That's what they're trying to do, but we're here to protect, of course. And well, I didn't really study what he stole. I was just there to make a testimony of what happened, and I wasn't. But I think it's more the people at the Bastille who have the documents, but I don't know much. So I just brought a prisoner back. That's all I had. I know that I was not in service wearing my Kazakh, but that's all.
I'm surprised to say this, but I believe that there's some commendations in order. That was quite a fortunate catch you made, stopping that man before that information could get in the hand of the Spanish.
Yeah.
So I believe there's going to be some accommodations for you, perhaps. Perhaps an increase in rank commensurate with that of your fellows, seeing as they seem to have eclipsed you as of late.
Oh, it eclipsed me. Well, in a sense, I was bringing light to them, but if a rank could be welcomed, I have a way with people, so I can have some people under my command.
Those poor bastards. But yes, I believe that might be in order. And I don't know what the business about the head is, but could you get rid of that
head?
Alain, was in hysterics the other day, this morning.
Okay. I'll try to keep that calm. I'll try to wait for my friends to tell them about this, and to tell the
After
truth.
That.
And I don't know. How can we have reports of suicides in Paris, but if there's an increased amount of people, killing themselves, I'd like to know there's maybe something where I'm on, and I'd like to share to my colleagues.
I will do that. I will let you know.
So I just can tell, but I have a feeling that there's a dark force in Paris that kind of bring people so much to there, that brings them to a level of sadness so high that they kill themselves, and it's not natural. Well, just saying, Mr. Trevi.
I'll keep that in mind. No, go ahead, take a half day off. You've earned it.
Oh, merci. Alors, yes, I'll take it, and I'm bowing.
Just show up to duty sober.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And say hello to your wife.
I will. I'll say hello for you. Let's keep it that way.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'll have a day off. All right. So I go knock on the mansion, the mansion where Sophie is living, in the hope that she will be the one who will respond.
Well, it seems like a great way to end the session by the door is answered by one of her manservants who looks very upset at you and informs you that she cried herself to sleep that night because she was waiting for you to show up. And we'll just end it right there.
All right.
Cried herself to sleep. All right.
All right. Oh wow! What a session that was. That was a hard one. That was a hard one.
And none of the things I imagined might happen happened. None of them. So it was fantastic. You know, I really thought you were going to be boxed in I was kind of feeling bad, like you might be boxed in by the situations, and no, you rose above. So
Yeah, it's the overconfidence that you puts me in danger, and yeah, oh man. So
I don't know. I think it was a speech about the women that you know, why would they not come to you and love you?
yeah,
In the middle of being shown all your sins.
yeah,
And the result
because
of your callousness. You still were able to.
well, but it just tells how much of a, in a way, how much of an asshole
Yeah, exactly. It's fantastic.
Yeah. he's a charming asshole. You know,
Yeah.
he just assuming himself just over the top. That's the overconfidence thing. So yeah, he just assuming himself. He somehow he knows that he, you know, at some point, yeah, he was feeling a little guilty about breaking so much hearts. He just can't help himself, but at the same time, since he just can't help himself, he just wants more and more. He was, well, I'm doing good. So
Right. Oh yeah, it's amazing that I'm. You know, that's something else. Wow, they're really sad. I'm doing really good. that was fantastic.
oh yeah.
All right, man. I will give you some XP, you know, afterwards. But that was fantastic. So
Yeah.
I am looking forward to the session with all of you.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll take an appointment. Well, thank you so much. You know, it feels good to bring back to the game.
Oh God, I've missed Bruce scores. So yeah, I will hopefully have the other session with all of you up soon. We're not going to wait a year. You hear that, kids? We're not going to wait a year.
No, but I'll think I'll that is something, you know, I'll write. Briscoe will write a letter to Jean-Marie about the girl, and tell him, well, we're in deep shit. I know of some sort of a demon monster, and I don't know how strong she is. So
that's fantastic. You hear that, Seb? You're getting a letter. All right, let's see. What do I do? Do I stop?
And then with the vampire, you know, the Alice von Barlow. Oh man.
Yeah, we're in big trouble.
Yes, we are. Yeah. So yeah, no, I wouldn't have even dared to face Beatrice. You know, I
want she's a little girl. Can't be more than 10.
Yeah,
maybe 11.
But you know, maybe that was a big bluff, but she had a big confidence in herself, so she exposed herself a little too much to my taste. So yeah, and I didn't feel that I was equipped enough. I should ask Philippe about the Command's sword. That could work.
It could. All righty, I'm going to stop the live stream. So see you later, kid. That was awesome.